Nasdaq. And we're live. We're live. Not sure why I can't hear the music. Oh. Mhm. All right. All right. All right. Hey everybody, how was your trading week? As we mentioned last time, gold was very bearish, and what happened is that our scenario actually happened. So, last time we were talking about, let's see in details. So, we were talking about bearish gold, and we actually hit our trade, by the way. It was a nice entry, and gold respected actually all our levels. So, GG for the people that actually took the trade. So, this week was one of its kind, if we can say it this way. Let's see, like, so as we said last time, gold looks very bearish. Like it will stay bearish for the moment. Like there is no indicators that anything might go well anytime soon for gold. Let's see previous levels. If we go to a higher time frame, so what we can expect as technicals for gold. Not talking about the war between Iran and the US and Israel. So if we expect like everything would stay the same, no news, there is no bullish or bearish news. I'm talking purely technicals because at the moment gold won't be moving only on technicals because there is bigger events out in the market that could like send gold up and send it down or make it go sideways forever. So it's not about technicals for now. But I'm talking if nothing changes and gold stays the same, no news like come and add to currently what we have, would expect the gold to either retest here and go and do another ranges. This level is here and actually break of the level and close as a full candle below or at these levels, we would expect more downside for the gold. Like if we see the bigger, also a bigger time frame, we'd see that the last time, this is the yearly time frame by the way, the 12 months. So we'd see that last time something like that happened to gold was in the early 2000s. No, that's not the early 2000s. That's 2013. So it was in 2013 and the 80s. Oh, didn't see that. So until we reach this level, I might be looking to get in some shorts, but there is not a good level. I would say like we could have entered here, but even it wouldn't have been like the best entry or a very confirmed entry. So I would be looking for maybe like a big candle to form to break out of this level and maybe to get in on a retest, not a reset. I'm pretty sure we have big news coming as well. So we have the Euro news just announced. We have the PPI in 15 minutes. We have PPI in 15 minutes. So let's see. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. So Nasdaq respected the levels we talked about. Did a retest to the previous resistance actually, and it came down, and right now we switched, so we're looking for maybe to get in shorts. So I would be looking also to short Nasdaq, not only gold, but for Nasdaq there is not a certain level that we might expect like a jump like this level from. So I wouldn't expect, like, I'm talking technicals for sure, I'm not talking about the situation. I will keep on saying that because the biggest driver of the market at the moment would be the wars that are breaking on each few days. So might be interested in this level. It looks fine, and it actually took out all the previous lows and formed a big, very strong candle to the downside. They might look for something like that, maybe. Let's take a look into the smaller time frames to see if there might be something. But yeah, this level looks very strong, by the way. Definitely, like, we should be able to take a trade from this level, but I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to hit it other than if we have like a very good news, and even if the news move the price this up, I'm not looking to get in shorts or get into any position at all. This level also might do something. So if we can see this level here, if this level pushes price below this point here, then this level would be invalid, and we won't be looking to short from this level. We would be looking to short from this level. So what I suggest here is to try to look for short for Nasdaq in both levels. In most levels. Let's check what happened with crypto since our last stream. So let's take a look for crypto. Nothing much going on. So if we're not able to break below this level here, as we mentioned also, so if we don't break and fully close in a strong way below this previous low, we might be able to go back and range inside the previous levels. But it still looks a bit bearish though. But on the higher time frames, I'm not able to find any like good entry to hold like a swing sell. Okay, so we have some sort of a move here on Nasdaq. What happened here? Pretty sure the same thing happened for gold. Yeah. Looks like the market is moving before the news. Okay, so what happened is that Mr. Trump just did a truth. And President Trump just said that he will be bombing Iran tonight, so it might be why the market are moving this way. So as I mentioned before, the tension between Iran and the US at the moment, like, is extremely high, and anything can happen at any second. Like, I don't know if you remember, literally last year, the same war was breaking out, and pretty sure that it lasted for approximately 10 days, something like that. I can't recall the exact number, but suddenly, out of nowhere, at night, like, President Trump just announced a ceasefire, and even the news channels inside the other countries that were actually in this war said that there is nothing going on, and you just never know what could happen. This is the moral of the story. I don't know if it took much long to explain, but yeah, this is the moral of the story. So the same thing could happen literally like any minute, any day, at any time, and this thing could last for months and months. So that's why you can't actually like 100% predict the exact move in this market, because anything could happen. You can just speculate and use good risk strategy. It doesn't have to be like a small risk. It could be like a risk you're comfortable taking, and was fully knowing like that you could lose the trade or the account at any point. So this is what could happen. So tell me, guys, what were you trading this week? Was it a winning week or a losing week? Look at this candle. Look at this candle. And now we're actually before the minute, in 1 minute and something. There like 2-3 years ago, I do remember when prop firm used to allow news trading without any restrictions. A group of people were doing this strategy where you just place the highs and lows of any instrument. Preferably it would be gold or Nasdaq or something very volatile during the news, and you would place a stop, a buy stop, for example, something like this, and the sell stop before the news. These levels are wrong. Don't do the same, and especially don't do it on prop firms, and don't do it on your actual account, because slippage might occur at any time. But since prop accounts were demo accounts, so the entry was generally better. And what would happen is that once news hit, the price would suddenly move up or down, and your entry would move also with it. So you'd have few seconds to be able to get in the trade. Let's say your entry was pushed due to slippage to this level here, and suddenly, and gold or Nasdaq or whatever position or instrument you are trading suddenly pushed to higher levels, you would have few seconds to close it, and with this few seconds move, you would be able to risk enough money to be able to pass your challenge, and you would be able to pass your challenge without any skill technically. So, and sometimes stuff like this happened where the news wasn't strong enough, for example, and you just like hit your entry and it would just go back at ranging, which was the worst thing to happen. So definitely don't do this strategy. It doesn't work anymore. And even back then, um, it was a higher risk strategy. So mainly people who would gamble their accounts would do it. So the news came, nothing happened pretty much. Um, okay, they were less than expected. Yeah, let's check on gold. Pretty sure nothing happened as well. Yeah, pretty much nothing. But yeah, I was talking about how risky was the strategy that I was explaining, and you could actually see why how risky it is. Like for example, if you took this trade at the moment, sometimes at the entry would trigger, and you would be stuck in a position that is losing was no actual bias. And most of the times, the strategy required like a higher risk sizing, so most probably you would have lost your account by this minute. So yeah, let's remove all these so no one would take it by mistake. Let's remove these lines. Yeah, it's looking very bearish for Nasdaq in the upcoming session. You can actually see like the difference between the green candles and the red candles. I just wish that we were nearer this level so we'd be able to take a position in this live stream, but yeah, pretty much nothing this week anymore. Let's see if we would be able to catch some like, but yeah, even there is no way. There is no way. We might get to the 3,980 level pretty soon, which is a big move actually. But markets lately have been very volatile. Guys, did you ever trade the news on an actual account or even on funded accounts? Let's take a look at Polymarket so we could see better. By the way, guys, this is the last 24 hours for our actual for our World Cup discount, and today the World Cup starts. By the way, so the way it works is that you would have to buy two accounts. For example, you buy two 10K accounts, you would get a third account right away, so you don't have to wait to pass or to get a payout or anything. You will just get your account right away, and with each two accounts you'd be able to get one prediction. And if you get higher size account, so for example if you get a 25K account, two 25K account, you'd get the third 25K account and you'd be able to get two picks. The prize pool is $500,000, and the picks would end tonight, and you would get the emails to be able to actually place your picks, and we would update you once the results are in, and you would get your free account if you pick the right team. So who are you supporting this World Cup? Who are you supporting this World Cup? So personally, I support the Italy team, but yeah, as we all know, they never qualify. They never do. So let's get back to Polymarket to see. What do we have here? So yeah, same World Cup winner. Let's see how funny it is. We just talked about it, and here you have some actual indicator or an insight for who to pick. So you would have to buy 2 accounts from the funded way, and you would be able to pick. Example, if you want to pick on the highest chances, which we have Spain at 17% and France at 16% chance of winning. So if you get 225k accounts, you'd be able to have, how much would that be? So let's say 17% plus 16%. You would have a 33% chance of getting a free account from the funded way. So if you'd ask me, that's a very high probability move, and you'd get like your third account for free as well. So yeah, you might have to consider that. So we have England as a third place with an 11% chance of winning. Same goes for Portugal. Argentina, there is a 9% chance. Brazil, a 9% chance. Germany, a 5%. The Netherlands, a 4%. Norway, Belgium, Colombia, Japan, Morocco. And after that, it's pretty much the same for everyone. Anyway, if we just focus on the political ones that might move the market. Still pretty much the same outcomes. So no regime change as it looks. US-Iran deal by June. Doesn't look promising. Like last time we checked also. Will the US invade Iran? This won't affect much because one fought before. The Israel Hezbollah war doesn't affect much. Trump announces US Iran ceasefire over by June 30, June 15. Same numbers. So yeah, nothing changed pretty much. Nothing changed. I might look for a small short here. Entry got hit. Let's see. It's not looking good for our position. with close partials at this level if we hit it. Once we hit it, I would go also break even. Not looking good at all. Sorry for this. Okay. A small push, and as I said, we would go break even. We would go break even. Hopefully the momentum stays. Are you in this trade? Let me know. Let me know. A bit more. A bit more. Just need a bit more, and we would take the W for this trade. Whatever happens after is okay. A bit more. A bit more. I hate it when this happens. So, like, just a few ticks. That's fine. Mhm. Let's take out the low. Hopefully we do it. Hopefully we do it soon. Okay. Keep the momentum. Please. Please this time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A bit more. It's just playing games with us. Okay, great. Be risk free. Take partials, guys. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it stays the same. Sorry for this noises, guys. I'm not sure what's happening. How many of you got in this trade, guys? It looks like we might end up with half a win, but a win is a win. A win is a win. So what I'm looking for is, as said, the 15-minute candle to close as a full big red candle. And if that happens, we would continue into the trade. Sorry, I'm checking my sound. I'm not sure if it's good. But yeah, anyway. So I was saying that I need this candle to be a big red candle on the 15 minutes chart, or I might consider to just close the full trade and take the win for the day. I will push this live stream a bit until the stock exchange open. And we'll see what will happen with our position. Definitely, guys, if you're in, don't forget to go risk-free on the position, especially before New York opens. So let's see what will happen. Okay, nice push. Nice push. Okay. GG's. Congrats for the people that took it. And if you took it with 1% risk, you would be making 1.5%. If you did like, if you closed half and closed the rest on TP. So yeah, GG guys, nice trade. So we have two profitable trades for now. No, it's two profitable. One was break even, to hit TP on the live stream. So we're 3 for 3 for now. I would see you guys next Monday. Next Monday would be live streaming, maybe a bit early, because we will update you definitely, because I would be at the airport, and next Thursday I would be live streaming in another country. So wait for the setup. Anyways, we'll see you on Monday, guys. We'll update you if there is any change in the schedule. And yeah, nice trade. Hopefully you took your profits, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.